Okay, good evening. Let's start our class again. Let me share my screen. Okay, this one. Entire screen, share, share. Okay, okay. Uh, where is my? Okay, this one. Okay, I think yesterday some of you have think about how the Indonesian government filter the online uh, gambling as well as pornographic sites. To be honest, the Indonesian government actually is not using firewall to filter the online gambling and pornographic sites. Why the Indonesian government is not using firewall? Because the total internet speed, the uplink speed to the internet is very high. Like it is around couple like terabit per second, and it's 2 digit. I think around, I don't know, around 20, 30. Let me check in ChatGPT. Okay, let's check in ChatGPT. What is the speed of internet uplink in Indonesia? The total speed. Okay, it's very very high. I miss the as early as 2000. This is for the users. Okay, this is users. Well, I'm not talking about the user. The Okay, I'm not talking about the user here. I'm talking the whole country. Okay, this is end user. Okay, wrong prom. I have to reduce the total speed. The total of combined. Okay, I hope ChatGPT understand what this. Okay, hopefully not publicly disclosed in a single figure. There is no. Okay, it's not disclosed. To be honest, it's not disclosed. Yeah, that's why I'm having difficulty. But in, I think, around 2000, before COVID, I think around 2016, 17, the total internet speed is around 20 terabyte per second. That's before COVID. Now it's very very high. Okay, the problem with very high speed, so it's not publicly available. It's logical. No one willing to disclose the number actually. So I'm having difficulty. I myself having difficulty to grab the information about the total internet capacity or speed of the whole country. We basically have how many? 20, 10, 20 network access provider, which is the provider that provide the traffic to international traffic. And locally in Indonesia, we have like 1,100 internet service provider. So locally, we have so many provider locally, and internationally, we have 10, 20 network access provider. The total speed is amazing. Okay, now because the speed is very high, it's impossible for the government to block the internet using firewall, because no single machine can would be able to filter the whole country traffic. Okay, so that's a problem. So firewall is actually not used by the country because the speed. Firewall may be used in some corporate. So yes, firewall is used in some corporate, but not the whole country. No. How can the government then filter the online gambling, pornographic site, and so on? Okay, let me show you the mind mapping. So I will use myro.com. It's basically mind mapping platform. It's easier for me to show you this using mind mapping. Let me click this one. Okay. 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 Select all. Delete. Okay. Now, so we have the internet here. Internet, and then we have 1,001, close to 1,100 providers in Indonesia. So basically we have providers. I can draw some providers here. Providers. This is like 1,000 providers. There's a lot of providers here. Okay. Let me add numbers here. 1,100 around. Okay, so there's that many providers in Indonesia, and we have local network, and we have users here. User, okay, user, okay. Now the connection is something like this. This one connected to this, and this one connected to the provider, and the provider connected to the international network onto the internet. Now, when a user browsing the internet, like me, like we browse the internet, normally the computer will ask. Now, this is the trick actually. Let me put this one. DNS server. Okay, so basically the computer will communicate with other computer using IP address number, basically. So computer will communicate with other computer using numbers, IP address. But human, they remember the name of the site using name. So basically, we need a table between name and IP address. It's called DNS, Domain Name System. Okay, for example, Google.com, that's the name, but in the actual number is not Google.com, of course. Google has its own numbers. Okay, so basically, the computer of the user will ask questions to this domain name system. This domain name system will ask another domain name system if the table is not available. Okay, so the computer will ask the DNS, and then it can ask another DNS server. For example, we have another DNS server, and these two can interact with each other. Not two, actually, there's a lot of them. And they can interact with each other. It will answer the IP address, and finally if they get the IP address, it will give to the user, and the user's computer can browse to the server here on the internet. Say we have a server here. Okay. The problem is the traffic from the Indonesian user to the server. We have around close to 200 million users in Indonesia, and it's served by 1,100 providers, so a lot of them, and the traffic is very huge. So the traffic here is XX terabit per second. Let me, okay, so the traffic is very huge, XX terabit per second, so it's impossible to filter the traffic using firewall. So what we do, the Indonesian government do, actually they cheat the user. Okay, for example, they want to access, this is extreme example. Oops. Okay, for example, they want to access sex.com. This is pornographic site, for example. They want to access the sex.com, so the user computer will ask the DNS server, where is the actual sex.com? Now, the government actually ask the provider, say this is the Ministry of Communication. Yeah. Okay, this one. This is the Ministry of Information and Digital. We call it Communication and Digital now. But in the other country, they call it Ministry of Information and Communication. So MOI. Okay, MOI actually have a machine within the MOI. They have a machine to do machine learning and classify the server on the internet. So basically, they browse the internet and get the address of all the machine on the internet. So they have the list. Which machine is a good machine, which machine is a bad machine. Okay, good in terms of content. So, and then what they do, okay, they have a list of the bad machines, and they give the list to this provider here. Okay, now, so basically they give the list. So they have a list. For example, they have a list like this. List bad sites. Okay, to the provider, and then the provider put the list into their DNS server. So this provider run DNS server themselves, and they actually put this bad list to the DNS server. What happened is, for example, I'll give you an example here, like this. We can show this technique is called not purging. For some reason, I have the word purge in my mind. It's basically cheating the domain name system. Okay, so for example, I ask Dick www.google.com. Dick is the command in the computer to ask the domain name system what is the IP address of google.com. When I enter, and then it tells you the IP address of google.com. So basically it's a table, lookup table between name and IP address. Okay, but this is the real IP address. There is no cheating, no nothing. The DNS server is actually not changing the IP address. So this is the real IP address of google.com. Now, if I ask, I don't know, do we have sex.com? I don't know. Sex.com, for example. See this? It goes to trustpositive.moratelindo.io, and the IP address is this one. Okay, I can assure you that this one is not the actual IP address of sex.com. Okay, it goes to this website, Trustpositive Moratelindo. Let us check what is IP address of let's check the actual website. Okay, so this is the actual website. Okay, and it says the website is blocked. Indonesian law number 19 2016 article blah blah blah, because of the Ministry of Information Communication, sorry, you cannot access the website. It's denied by the Indonesian government due to negative content as it violates Indonesian law. Okay, so this is how they block the websites. Okay, now how can they do that? It's very simple actually. Okay, now I can after this I will do some demonstration how can do this. Basically, the ministry MOI, the Ministry of Information, they provide the list of website to the provider, and then the provider put it in the their DNS server. So because of that, when user ask for this particular website, the DNS server will not ask the internet. They will give the IP address of this guy, the trust positive. They call it trust positive, so that's the name they invent. They call it trust positive, and then user, rather than accessing the actual website on the internet, they actually accessing the trust positive website located in the provider, or sometimes they put it in the Ministry of Information. So they can either access to the provider here or access to the Ministry of Information. Okay, so they can either connect to the website here or here. In our case, it goes here. Okay, because this website actually is located in Moratel. Okay, Moratel is the upstream, the network access provider, the upstream provider of my provider. So my actual provider, not Moratel. So Moratel actually the provider that have international connection. So it's not, I'm connected to Oxygen, and then Oxygen connect to Moratel, Moratel to the international internet. So that's how it works. Okay, so that's how it works now. This technique calls spoofing, actually. Spoofing. This kind of technique is spoofing. It's basically cheating the users. Okay, there are a lot of things that we can spoof. This is one of them. Okay, now, so that will give you some idea. How can we do these things? It's very simple, actually. Let me do some demonstration. How can we do this thing? So this is nothing to do with firewall, because firewall will not be able to handle that very high traffic of the Indonesian internet. So the Indonesian traffic is very, very high. No single firewall can handle that kind of traffic. So they just pass the traffic to internet, but they basically cheat the user, give the wrong number. So the user will browse to the wrong number, basically. Okay. So when we check for Google, it gives you the correct number. But if we check the sex.com, it will give you wrong number. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, because of this, actually, it's very simple to cheat the system. The system is very simple to cheat, actually. Let me show you how to cheat first. If we use Linux, it's easier. I think Windows can do the same thing. Okay, but basically, the configuration of the network in our computer, when we need to ask the IP address of a certain site, we normally check using, this is on Linux. So basically we check the file in /etc. It's called resolve.conf. Okay, so we can check this website. This particular IP address is actually the modem, the modem of my home modem, and this modem will talk to the DNS server of our provider. Okay, so how can we cheat the modem? It's very simple actually. All we need to do just change the number, this IP address. We can change into 8888. 8888, I think it's Google DNS server, or we can change into 1111. 1111 is AWS, the Amazon, yeah, AWS DNS server. So there are several websites on the internet that can provide the correct information. So all we need to do just change the IP address, so our machine will talk directly to the DNS server outside Indonesia. So what we basically do, let me show the this thing. Okay. So for example, this is the website outside Indonesia. So rather than talking to the local DNS server belonging to the provider, we change this connection to this one. Okay. Now, this DNS server can be Google or Amazon, and this DNS server will answer the correct IP address, and then we can browse to the internet. Because there is no firewall filtering the traffic on the internet, actually, so to be honest, there is no firewall traffic filtering the Indonesian internet actually. So everybody can browse to this one, but not many Indonesian user knows about this. So they actually, most of them just set up the IP address as it is, as provided by their provider, and they can connect directly to the connect to the provider DNS server, and then we can just filter the activity. If we want to have more secure connection, because still the government can sniff, they can see the traffic, okay, by mirroring the fiber optic traffic. So the government actually has the capacity to sniff the traffic. To solve that problem, some of the Indonesian user connect to VPN server. So for example, we have VPN server on the internet, VPN server. Okay, so what they do, they can connect directly. They have tunnel VPN connected directly to the internet. So this is more secure because this is all encrypted. But if we use free VPN server, sometimes the operator of VPN server can sniff, can see our traffic. For example, if we send username password, the operator of the VPN server can actually see our username password. So if we want to use VPN, make sure it's not the free VPN. We can use the pay VPN. Okay, so that's one. The other thing that we can actually, some of my friends use, the technique some of my friends use, is basically we use IP version 6. IP version 6 is more brutal than IP version 4. Because the Indonesian DNS server mostly running on IP version 4. So the IP version 6 user in Indonesia is forced to tunnel their traffic to the internet, and then we bypass all the Indonesian provider using tunneling and encrypted, and then we release the traffic internationally, and we can talk directly internationally. So this thing is actually useless. To be honest, this kind of approach using Batlist, so they basically MOI is crawling the internet and getting the bad sites, and this approach costs the Indonesian people about 20 something billion rupiah, the whole system. It's a good system for finding the bad site on the internet, but because we are unable to block, to set a firewall for the traffic, so we basically cheat the spoof the DNS server. Okay, let me show you how to do this practically. Okay, so for example, I will set up this is a server. Let me see if the server is correctly run. So after this, then I will start the class on the SSH and SGCP and so on. Okay, so my IP address is 192.168.0.90. Okay, let me 90. Okay, so I'm on the server now. Okay. Now, in the server, I don't know whether my server is have a DNS server running. Let me see. Okay. It has DNS server running. It's called named. Named is called name daemon. Okay, because it's basically a daemon for name. So the software name is named daemon. It's already running there. The configuration is normally in this one. Where is it? No. Oh. Okay, it's not that. Okay. Now we are having a problem. Locate pin. Okay. Okay, let me try again. Locate pin, grab PC. Okay. I think we have a problem here. Because if I remember correctly, I never set up the named. How come there is no? Okay. Okay, this is a file. Okay. 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 That means let me okay. There is no named running actually. So how come it has something like that? Okay. User SBIT. Okay. Okay. Okay, there is named in my machine. but there is no configuration file. Okay. Normally it's called bin. Okay. Okay, this is the one. Okay. So it's there. Sorry. So it's there. So this is the configuration file, bin. Okay. The file name is named. We can check the named.conf. Okay. So this is his configuration file. Let me see if I have a local named.conf local. So I have no local domain running, but the DNS server is available on the server. Okay. Let me give you some example of the DNS. How to set up this thing is very simple actually. But I will set up using command line. So basically we can set up bin. Oops. Okay. We can install using this command apt-get install bin 9. Okay. Here how to install it. It's already installed. We can set up the access control list, so only certain IP address can access. At this time, on this one, I think I open the access for any computer to access. Then all we need to do is set up the local domain. Okay, for example, let me see if I have the example of the domain name. Okay. We can set up a new zone. It's basically domain, and we can say this zone is master zone, and we can also say the file name where the zone will be reside. In this example, the file name is /etc/bin/db.example.com. This is the file name. This is not, the actual domain is example.com. The file name is db.example.com. Okay, this is only example. Okay, for example, I will set up the example.com. Let me see the actual example.com whether it exists or not. Dig example.com. Example.com is actually accessed. This is the IP address, the real IP address of example.com. For example, we like to set up a domain of example.com. Okay, so I will set up like this, but I have to be careful because my connection may be disabled. So if it is disabled, my apology. I have to restart my machine after that. Okay, so I can set up like this. Okay, so I will set up example.com. It will start in /etc/bin example.com. Okay. Okay. So I have to create, I have to cheat a little bit. We have several domain like db local. This is the local host domain for the local host. Okay, it's called localhost. The IP address is 191.270.0.1. The IP version 6 of localhost is this one. Okay, now I will set up the dbexample.com. I will cheat a little bit, so I basically copy db localhost to dbexample.com. Okay, let me see dbexample.com. Now I just changed this one to example.com. The email address of the administrator is root@example.com. So the first one is the name of the domain. The second one is the email address of the owner of the example.com. The serial number I normally use as this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's difficult to get some sense if we actually run a big system. I'm not using number like this. I normally use date 2025, January, February, March, April, 04. The date now is 29, and this is the configuration number 1. Okay, so that's actually the actual, oops. Okay, that's the actual, okay, that's the actual serial number. Okay, now the name server is localhost, and the IP address can be 192.168.0.20, for example. Okay, so I can set up something like this. So basically, this one is cheating. This one. So the actual IP address is actually this one, example.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 IP address for example.com, and then I cheat into this number here. Okay. Let me restart the, let me check first, name the check zone. Okay, db example.com. The form, the comment is not like that. Let me see how can I check a zone. Check zone. Okay. Okay, that's how this one. Just copy paste. Fortunately, I already typed the example here. Okay, I will check zone the example.com. So this is the actual domain, example.com. This is the file of the domain. Let me see if there is any problem there. Okay, so it says it's loaded. Serial number is 2025-04-2901. It's okay. Now all I have to do, I restart. Bin restart. So the DNS server is restart. So basically the example, the new example.com is there. But I have not redirect the request of my machine to that DNS server. If you remember correctly, /etc name d.conf, resolve.conf is still directly to the internet. This one is the internet. Okay, or if you want to change, we can change something like this. Resolve.conf, I change into, for example, to Google, which is 8888. Okay, so okay, we can dig example.com, still asking the Google, and then we will get this IP address. Now, can we ask manually? Say I can ask manually something like this. This is how it's, sorry, this one. I will force dig to ask to 192.168.0.90. Okay, I'm not changing the resolve.com yet, but I ask my computer to ask the DNS server in that particular IP address for particular domain. So this is example.com. I ask, see this example.com, the IP address is this one. Okay, it's different than this one. See if there is, I'm not adding at 192.168.0.90. It will give you the correct answer here. Okay, if I add the comment using this one, so I'm adding 192.168.0.90, it will give you the wrong answer. Now, Can we make it more automatic? All we need to do is change the resolve.conf. Okay, change name server into that one, 192.168.0.90. See this? I'm using this one, dig example.conf, but it will give you the wrong answer. Okay, I have to change this one immediately, otherwise we will lose connection. Before I lost my connection. Okay, so basically what the provider do, because this is when we connect, what the provider do the provider do, basically every single user, when they have connection to the provider, the provider set the DNS server of the user computer or user modem to ask any domain to the provider DNS server. Then, based on the list from the Ministry of Information, they change the content of the database of the DNS server. So any bad sites will be redirected to these sites here. So that's how it works. So to bypass, basically we can use VPN, we can use any means to bypass this DNS server. So we can ask the real DNS server outside Indonesia, and then we can get into the site that we want to get connected. So that's how it works. Okay. Okay, let me see if there is any question so far. Stop sharing. No questions. Okay, let's continue. Let me share entire screen. Share. Okay.